You know, when I tell people I have PTSD, they want to thank me for my service. I'm not a veteran. I'm not a veteran of any government war anyway. You call me a veteran of a battle that I lived through and I've been living with all my life. When I was 9 years old, we had a neighbor across the street. His name was Eddie Christie, and I was 9 years old, raised by a single mother, being abused at home. And he took me in. He was going to be my buddy. And used to wash his car for him and took me out on camping trips. And he raped me. And you can't sugarcoat it. There's no other word to describe it, like sexual assault. Nah. It was a vile and disgusting rape is what it was to a 9-year-old boy. So no, I'm not a veteran. I'm not a veteran of any government war. Not to say that I didn't have my problems with government on many fronts and went through all my life of being blamed. I was 9 years old. I was 1966. How do you tell somebody that's not willing to listen? How can a 9-year-old even say the words? Nobody would believe me. I tried telling people. I remember trying to tell my mom, and oh no, Eddie's a good guy. No reason to be afraid of him. You know, that trauma took me to places no human being ought to go. To the gutter, the ditches, the riverbank, Skid Row, sleeping in flop houses and bus shacks and apartment block stairwells and wherever I could hide. So I spent the day and live in hell, nightmares. Can't sleep longer than 2.5 hours. Wake up screaming and sweating and try and seek professional help if there is such a thing. I remember, I guess about 10 years ago, I had a mental health nurse say to me, "Why are you dragging that stuff around with you? Why don't you just leave it behind?" And this is supposed to be a mental health professional. I live with a never-ending nightmare of the nights I was attacked, and I do say nights because it wasn't a one-time deal. I look at people now and look at the children. And sometimes you can see the scars in their eyes. The way they look at you like they want you to help them. What do? Walk up to the so-called adult and say, "I think you're abusing your kid." There's other telltale signs, all right? kid that wants to sit alone at school with his back to his wall, or her wall, back to the wall. The isolation, the insecurity, the withdrawal. If only we could turn back time. So my kind of therapy for me right now is to try and help people. Try and educate people. Try and let people know that this happened to you. There's people out there that do understand. No, you can't leave behind you. You can't shut off the night terrors like it's some light switch or timer on your TV. For me, in the last year and a half, 2 years, I've relived them attacks almost every night. And I can't shut off the switch. So, am I a veteran? No. Don't thank me for my service. You see, the big difference between the veterans and police and first responders and the child that was raped is I didn't apply for it. I didn't sign on the dotted line knowing full well what the job entails. Soldier knows he could go to battle. Police officer knows that when he goes to work, he's strapping on a gun. I'm sure the first responder, fire department, or paramedic knows that the next scene they go to might be horrific. And I'm not trying to take anything away from them. But me, and many people like me, we never signed the dotted line. Or at least I didn't when I was 9 years old. The person that was beaten in domestic assault, or the one fleeing the living hell of a deranged husband, or vice versa, or a child being beaten by the mother like me with no escape. So, no, I didn't fight no government battle. I fought the living hell of being a child in the wrong place at the wrong time. Thank you.